Allen.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I got to be frank for a minute. I find it a shame that this amendment is even necessary. When we replaced the No Child Left Behind Act with the Every Student Succeeds Act, we created the Student Support and Academic Enrichment Grants Program on a bipartisan, bicameral basis. We did this to provide school districts the flexibility they need to use federal funds as they see fit to meet local needs. So it's disappointing that my Democratic colleagues didn't invite Republicans to the table to negotiate in good faith to build on that consensus. Instead, Democrats once again ignored common sense approaches to impose a top-down big government solution that will have the federal government decide how best to address the issues of racial and socioeconomic isolation in American schools. We've heard story after story of the history of our schools and how we got to this point. The question is, will we continue with this top-down government approach or allow the schools the flexibility to fix this problem? My amendment, on the other hand, offers a common-sense solution that could easily garner an overwhelming majority of votes in this body. If every member chose to focus on the importance of actually addressing racial and socioeconomic isolation in schools and not on scoring political points. This amendment would explicitly allow school districts to use funds they receive from the Student Support and Academic Enrichment Grants Program under the Every Student Succeeds Act to develop or implement comprehensive strategies to improve diversity and reduce or eliminate racial or socioeconomic isolation in public early childhood programs in public schools. This is a real solution. The SSAEG block grant is currently receiving just over $1 billion. The proposal before us today would have to fight for funding with the multitude of other federal programs that currently exist. This amendment also ensures that school districts are engaging with their communities to design programs that comply with federal law and have the support of parents and other constituents. It also alters requirements to distribute funds across multiple spending categories that districts will have sufficient funding to design effective integration programs. And the amendment uses the same language as the Magnet Schools Assistant Program under the Every Student Succeeds Act to ensure that school districts choosing to use funds for improving diversity can find transportation activities if they see fit. I urge all my colleagues to support this amendment, and I reserve the balance of my time.